Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about the 2023 American Screenwriters Strike. So there's a huge strike happening right now. It just started with 11,000 American big screen, and American small screen screenwriters who are on strike, and they're saying we are not going to write anything more for Netflix, for Amazon, for Paramount Plus, for Disney Plus, or for HBO Max, right? Those are the top 5 streamers in the world, right? And so they're saying we're on strike. We're not going to do any more, right? So first of all, what I want to talk to you about today is this is a massive 100% positive boon for every dungeon master on the planet. And so that's the main theme. I don't want to get there yet. I want to talk a little bit about this strike. Do I support the 2023 American Screenwriters Strike? Absolutely not. And the reason why is I think these American screenwriters who are on strike, honestly, I think they did a horrible job since their last strike, which was in 2007, which cost $2.1 billion and lasted 100 days, and gave the entire world the reality TV show wave that is still going on today, right? So the last strike was horrifically damaging to America. The American public paid the price, and I do not support this strike, and I do not support the Hollywood writers who are on strike. And the reason why is I don't think they deserve a dime more than what they're getting now, because they have done an abominable job at their job. They have done an abominable job at the macro level. And here's the issue. If I had a ton of great shows to watch, right? If the majority, if even a third of the shows that were on television were watchable based on and increasingly, I come to project after project after project where the stars are doing a tremendous job, leaving it all on the field, and the CGI is fantastic, right? And the scripts are utter garbage, and I mean just atrocious, right? Marvel's Eternal. That is who wrote that? Absolute piece of junk, right? And there's just, and this is my issue. The vast majority of what these screenwriters have been producing since 2007 is, I just got a divorce, and I'm going to talk to you about divorce for the next 11 episodes, right? I don't know what a villain or a hero is, but let's explore that, right? Just the most. I care about environmentalism. Let me put 12 episodes of messaging to you to tell you to recycle, right? They haven't been writing stories since 2007. They've been taking their message and injecting it with a syringe into every project they can get their hands on. It has been horrifically horrible. I don't think they earn a single dime. And if every single one of them lost their jobs and had to fight their way back in, right? And there was just a wave of other people who weren't in the specific groups that are striking who got an opportunity, and we had literally all new writers, I'd be happy as a clam. I do not support this strike. Now, here's the important part. Okay? So you could debate everything I just said, and I invite you to, right? If you think I'm wrong and I don't understand these writers and why they deserve a penny more for literally not writing a single story in literally 16 years and just doing an absolutely crap ton of here's my message, and you pick through and find if you can even find the story in here. That's what I really despise about this current pack of writers. They never wrote stories. They were just like, this is the message I care about, and I'm gonna and there's gonna be a ribbon on this that looks like a narrative or a story, and that's unfair. I'm just so sick of hearing their horrible, terrible, just horrible messages without any story, right? It's got to be, the story's got to be first, and then you can show a nuanced glimpse of your message, right? But I'm so tired of it, and I can't get on board with them asking for another dime to keep doing what they've been doing, right? And I would honestly love to see a whole new crop of writers who have close to zero experience come up. Because I don't. Because the problem is, all these other writers had a ton of experience, but just absolutely refused to write a story. They just wanted to tell you about message, and it was just, hey, I want to force you to believe in my message, and I think it was abominable, and I don't stand for any of it. Right? It's just, I don't like it. All right, here's why this helps Dungeon Masters. So the last strike lasted 100 days. That's 3 months and 10 days, right? I think this will last for, I think Grace Randolph's right. This could last for 6 to 12 months, right? She just said it, right? On one of her live streams. I totally agree with her. That means we have 6 to 12 months where America is going to be in chaos on the small screen and the big screen, right? The stuff there will be utter garbage. And the reason why is there's going to be confusion, right? And the reality is, and we know from, like, the Hero show was destroyed by the last writer's strike. The entire show is famous for being destroyed by the last strike. There are going to be hundreds of shows that will be destroyed by this strike, in my humble opinion. Which means that people's in-flight content is going to be massively disrupted, right? I think that is a huge opportunity for every Dungeon Master to come in and say, your small screen and your large screen stories are literally a whole bunch of late night shows just went dark, right? And actually, that's a good point. I actually think the new writers will be better, right? And so the stories could be better, but a lot of stuff's just going to go dark, and they're actually going to there's going to be less shows, right? Because and like Rob Lowe, he's an actor. He went out and supported the strikers, right? And I think there's going to be a lot of actors who are just like, I'm not going to act. I'm not going to, and there's going to be a grind to a halt. I actually think during the strike, writing is going to get a lot better, right? I think anybody who comes in and just like, I'll write a story. That's the issue. These writers won't write a story. They're like, hey, can I give you a pancake stack of messages that are important to me? Could we get a story? No, I'm not giving you that, right? And I want them to pay me more to message you more, right? Like, and I'm not down for that, right? So I actually think the writing is going to get better, but there's going to be a disruption, and a lot of shows will literally just stop. That's already happened with late night. A lot of late night went dark, right? And so here's the issue. This is where we land, right? We have this huge opportunity to come in and say, we're ready to write. And not only will we write a fantastic story with you, but we'll modify it in real time. And I think what we have the opportunity to do is, people are like, oh my gosh, these Dungeon Masters are way better than these entitled, privileged, absolutely terrible horror Hollywood writers, right? And so we have this opportunity to say, hey, want to play some Dungeons & Dragons, right? And the shows that they're normally watching, they're not going to be there. And so we have this huge gap to fill, right? And to show, hey, we're here, we're engaged, and we're writing for you every week. And we will adjust our writing in flight to include your ideas. You raise an eyebrow, we'll switch the story. And it's powerful, and it's real, and it's important, right? So the 2023 American screenwriter strike is a massive opportunity for you and for me. So let's fill the gap, right? And let's tell America, you want stories, you don't need to wait for those suckers who are telling you right now that they don't care about you and they're striking. We'll fill the gap. We'll write stories for you, right? And we'll adjust them in real time, and you will see that Dungeons & Dragons can be a better story than you have ever seen on any big screen or any small screen. We are the alpha screen. We are the alpha screen. We can show you a story on the biggest screen you've ever seen with a multiverse. And our multiverse is not limited like Marvel's. It is, wait until you see how expansive it is. Huge opportunity for every Dungeon Master on the planet. The 2023 American Screenwriters Strike is the biggest opportunity Dungeon Masters have had in a long time. Let's jump on it. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.